So today we are reviewing the Sirui SQ75, which is basically their carbon fiber rapid release heavy duty tripod. I think this is a direct competitor to the SmallRig Free Blazer because that's also like a one-step lock and it's like the quick release kind of thing for the legs. Now the difference is that the SmallRig Free Blazer has two versions. One is the heavy duty one and one is sort of still heavy duty, but it's a smaller version, kind of like a light version. Especially the tripod head isn't so intuitive. I got that one for around, I don't know, like 200, 250 Canadian dollars. And then the actual Free Blazer heavy duty tripod from SmallRig is $399 USD. Now the Sirui SQ75 is priced a little bit higher at $499 USD, but currently it's at 20% off and it's also at $399. So it's literally the same price as the SmallRig Free Blazer. The difference between the price point is that the Sirui tripod head is actually miles better. Now the tripod head, they're calling it the VHS10 tripod head, and it's got your Manfrotto plate, and it also supports the DJI RS series, which is the RS2 and RS3 plates, so that if you're constantly switching back and forth between a tripod and the gimbal, this would be an easy match as well. On the tripod head, you kind of have this quick release and then you can lock it in place. And then it also features your tilt and pan lock, and it's also got your tilt and pan 3-stage dampening, which is great because at 0, you're pretty much loose. And then if you want some smooth motions, maybe you just want some light dampening, you put it on 1. And if you want some strong dampening, especially if you just want that buttery smooth tilt or pan, you put them on the stage 3. So there's a counterbalance feature on the Sirui tripod head, while the SmallRig Free Blazer does not. This is great so that it always balances out properly, especially if you have a heavy rig. Now in terms of payload, this has a maximum of 10 kilograms payload, and it's the same as the SmallRig Free Blazer, capping off at 10 kilograms as well. So there's 2 levelers on this tripod head, one on top and also one on the bottom. And the bottom actually has a small LED flash. This is especially useful for dark film sets where the camera doesn't really have lighting. The subject has all the lights. So whenever you're filming on set, you probably won't be able to see it unless you have some sort of flashlight, which we always carry with our phones anyways, but this is an added feature that is well appreciated. One thing that I truly enjoy about this tripod is this carrying handle. It's so convenient, and that once you pack up everything, you just hold it from that handle and put it to your car or move it to your next set or your film location, and it just makes things easier. I know that the new SmallRig Tribex has this, but then the Free Blazer doesn't. But again, it's an added convenience to me bringing this from place to place. Now they boast that this is a rapid system, that it's a 1-step system, but it's actually kind of like a 3-step. 1 step for each leg, but similar with the SmallRig, you have 1 lock for each legs, and then you can now adjust the height. While the SmallRig Tribex only has that locking mechanism, and then you can pretty much adjust the height quite quick. That one is also priced a lot higher compared to this one, which I might actually get because it just looks so convenient. But I mean, if you can't afford it, there's different options like this one. Now let's talk about the ground spreader that's included when you buy this tripod. I actually don't like it because sometimes it doesn't lock properly, and when you spread out the legs, it's kind of just all over the place. And if it doesn't lock, then the one leg is more, I don't know, further away from the other two, and it's not convenient. So I took it off and I changed it to the mid-level spreader, and that one, which I have right now, is quite good. Like, it's more sturdy, more solid, it's more consistent, that there's actually locking mechanisms that work compared to the ground spreader, and they're actually easy to install as well. And if you want to switch them up and shoots, because the ground level spreader, you can have this at a very short height compared to the mid-level spreader where it can only do this much height. Now, the mid-level spreader and the horseshoe feet is actually an added cost. It's an add-on, which is currently at $59.90. And again, they might have sales right now, depending on the promotions that they have currently. But for me, for convenience and for not being annoyed about that ground level spreader, I would get the mid-level spreader as well. For my initial impressions, the panning, the tilting with the dampening is quite smooth, way better than the small rig Freeblazer that I have this camera on right now. I mean, it's got a lot more features than that, especially if I do need that smooth and accurate panning and tilting motion. Now, if you're still rocking a flimsy tripod or travel tripod to your actual video production jobs, I would suggest investing in a heavy duty tripod. It really helps having a solid video tripod because one, it just looks more professional on set, and two, it's actually sturdier and more stable for your footage. They also last longer and that they can take up a beating. Now, would I recommend this tripod? Well, if you have the funds to upgrade to a heavy duty tripod or you need to replace one, this is a good option. It's solid enough, it's good enough. I don't know if you have that funds to go higher, but if you're going from like a $100 tripod to a $400 tripod, this could be a good option for you. Again, watch out for promotions. Sirui always have these types of promotions every single month or every season. So watch out for those and you might be able to snag this for a cheaper price. If you have any questions about this specific tripod, let me know in the comments down below or message me on Instagram. But until then, I will see you in the next video. Peace.